Look, I'm a very stable genius. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's past my cheeseburger's bedtime. Let's go.
But wait, what happened to this guy?
Anytime, anywhere, anyplace.
Somehow he went from anytime, anywhere, any place to there will be no third debate.
If you're going under for surgery, the last thing you want to hear your doctor say is, don't worry, I'm mentally stable and, like, really smart.
Let's be honest, we've all had that Melania moment. Stuck at a party we'd rather not be at. But have you ever had it broadcast to millions? Poor Melania's face said it all. And boy, did Kimmel and Colbert notice. They turned her grimace into a goldmine of jokes. From prenup regrets to escape plans, they left no stone unturned. Sound familiar? Stick around and let's laugh at the absurdity together. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Well folks, it looks like Melania Trump just had her own family reunion from hell moment, but instead of Aunt Edna's mystery casserole, she got a heaping helping of national TV exposure. Picture this, Trump's big win, confetti raining down like dollar bills at a strip club, and there's Melania, looking like she just bit into a lemon that was already half eaten by a skunk.
If you won't feel an earthquake if you're wearing Crocs. They act as a shock absorber, and you're totally safe if you wear them. That's true. I learned that from J.D. Vance.
If you're going under for surgery, the last thing you want to hear your doctor say is, don't worry, I'm mentally stable and, like, really smart.
Dodging a debate makes him look like the coward that he is. And she challenged him to another one immediately. He wants no part of it.
While Trump was doing his victory dance, imagine a toddler who just found the cookie jar. Melania's face was practically screaming, "Get me out of here!" Faster than you can say prenup. Jimmy Kimmel, always quick on the draw, spotted it right away. He said Melania looked more miserable than Mike Pence at an open bar serving different flavors of milk. Ouch, that's gotta hurt more than Trump's spray tan on a sunburn. But wait, there's more. Stephen Colbert wasn't about to let Kimmel hog all the laughs. He joked that Melania's face was so frozen, he thought she'd been hit by one of Trump's wind turbine cancer rays. Double ouch. I mean, talk about a face that could stop traffic and maybe even reverse climate change while it's at it. As the night went on, the jokes just kept coming. It was like watching a tennis match, but instead of balls, they were hitting us with punchlines. Kimmel quipped that Melania looked so unhappy, he thought she was watching one of Trump's speeches on repeat. Can you imagine? That's like being forced to listen to nails on a chalkboard while someone simultaneously pokes you with a stick.
But wait, what happened to this guy?
Anytime, anywhere, anyplace.
Somehow he went from anytime, anywhere, any place to there will be no third debate.
He continued, I went from very successful businessman to top TV star, ...
According to Rolling Stone, members of Trump's inner circle think another debate would be a bad idea. They say his performance was so disappointing, he doesn't know whether to call it Eric or Don Jr. at this point.
Colbert, not to be outdone, referred to her as Melancholia Trump. I guess Melania just wasn't sad enough to capture the full depth of her apparent misery. It's like she was auditioning for a remake of The Addams Family right there on stage. Body language experts, yeah, that's a real job, chimed in too, saying Melania's demeanor suggested she'd rather be anywhere else. Gee, you think? She looked about as comfortable as a vegan at a barbecue competition. Throughout the evening, the comedians kept likening Melania's expression to someone plotting an escape. Let's be real, if looks could kill, we'd be looking at an entirely different kind of Trump headline right now. Alright folks, let's talk about the real MVPs of the Trump era. Our late night comedy heroes, Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert. These guys have been roasting Trump like a marshmallow at a campfire, and somehow they're still finding new ways to make us laugh. You'd think after years of Trump jokes, they'd run out of material faster than Trump runs out of hairspray. But nope, these comedy ninjas keep finding new targets. It's like they've got some kind of Trump dar that picks up on every little thing he does. Take Kimmel, for example. He's got a thing for Trump's unique, let's call it glow. He once said Trump looks like he fell asleep on a George Foreman grill. I mean, can you picture that? It's like he's trying to cook himself into the perfect shade of orange. Maybe he thinks it makes him look more appealing, like a giant Cheeto. Colbert, on the other hand, loves to go after Trump's ego. And let's face it, that's a target bigger than Trump's.
Look, I'm a very stable genius. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's past my cheeseburger's bedtime. Let's go.
The voters and voter polls showed it, but the fake news media wasn't giving the credit that was due. Wow. Remember, I wasn't debating one person, I was debating three. They should fire everybody at ABC Fake News.
Being like really smart is not the same thing as being really smart, sir.
When a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, "I want a rematch." Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris.
Well, you know, Colbert's jabs are sharper than the creases in Trump's ill-fitting suits. He's even changed his strategy, now going after not just Trump, but all the people who enable him. It's like he's playing whack-a-mole with the whole Trump circus. But here's the thing, it's not easy being a late-night host in the Trump era. These guys are like marathon runners, but instead of miles, they're counting Trump tweets. Every night, they've got to come up with new material. It's exhausting. Colbert even said, everything that could be said about Trump as a character has already been said. But does that stop him? Heck no. You might think they'd get tired of it all, but Kimmel's not backing down. He's promised more jokes, even though he admits it's really hard to see a bright side here. It's like he's the little engine that could, but instead of "I think I can," he's saying "I think I can make fun of Trump again."
Still trying to convince the MAGAverse that he didn't blow it on Tuesday night against Kamala Harris, even though he is clearly terrified of facing her again.
Also, I think it's worth mentioning that people who are mentally stable generally don't announce it.
Nice, even for a few seconds, to be rattled by something other than the election this morning.
And a very stable genius at that. Yes.
And just when you think they've covered it all, Trump does something new. It's like he's feeding them material on a silver platter. Or should I say, a golden toilet. These comedians were just getting warmed up like Trump's Twitter fingers at 3 a.m. It's a never-ending cycle of absurdity and laughter. But here's the million-dollar question. How long can they keep this up? Will they ever run out of Trump jokes? Or will Trump keep providing fresh material faster than you can say, kafef? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. As long as Trump keeps trumping, Kimmel and Colbert will keep us laughing. Well, folks, we've had quite the roller coaster ride through the land of Trump jokes. From Melania's sour face to the Donald's tangerine glow, Kimmel and Colbert have kept us laughing through it all. Who knew politics could be this funny? But here's the real kicker. All this laughter might actually be good for us. Turns out giggling at Grumpy Trumpy could be just what the doctor ordered for election stress. So next time you're feeling down about the state of the world, remember, somewhere out there, Kimmel and Colbert are cooking up their next zinger about the orange turd. And hey, if you're hungry for more political comedy, why not check out our next video? Trump goes mad after Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert exposed Melania with one word. Trust me, it's gonna be huge.